Hey everyone, and welcome back. This is a interesting Longwood episode today. This is going to be some kind of on and off commentary by me. It has been since middle of March since I have been to Longwood, since all of the COVID things have happened. So this video is, how many months has that been? It's been too long, because I usually go very many more times than that, and I usually don't take that much long of a break from Longwood. So this was just us going there for the day and checking out to see what kind of changes they made because of the virus. They made everyone wear masks even outside. I kind of don't agree with that completely, but I can understand because this place gets very crowded, especially outside and inside. So inside I definitely understand, but outside it was slightly annoying. It was a little warmer for me, and having the mask on felt like summer again, and it's kind of warm and sweaty. But overall it really wasn't that bad, and it wasn't that big of a deal. But we spent a lot of time outside, and then we did venture inside eventually. But as you can see, that there was a lot of animal and insect life going on when we were there. Lots of bees, keeping busy, doing all those good things that they do. And we were fortunate enough that a lot of the fountains were still on. This one is the smaller one, but you'll see later that the other fountains were still running as well, so I was really happy for that. I think the end of October is when they officially are done for the season, and maybe they extended it because of COVID, I'm not sure. And if you can tell in the background, there's still a lot of people, just sort of bigger groups here and there, but oh yeah, and selfies and stuff throughout the day. But even outside there was still a lot of people, and if you were close enough to other people outside, you still had to wear the mask, and it was, like I said, a little irritating, but they have to do what they have to do in order to stay open. So it's either you follow the rules to enjoy yourself or just don't go. But I don't mind wearing the mask depending on the temperature, so it's fine by me as long as I can enjoy Longwood. The day was pretty much beautiful with blue skies and lots of sun, and it did get windy off and on, which came out of nowhere, but because it was a little warmer than I expected, the breeze felt really good. Also, when we got to this bench, there was a lady who offered to take our picture, so of course I said sure, why not? And someone else got their picture there as well, which is expected. we were being a little goofy, and to be honest, some of the goofy things that you're gonna see were actually not always my idea. So putting the owl in random places was sort of a group effort between the two of us, but I will not spoil it and tell you whose idea it was, to leave that up to you for your imagination. I really love this gazebo. We were able to get all these great pictures and videos when no one was around, which is a real blessing, because sometimes it's really hard to do that because there's just people everywhere all the time. And you can also see how windy it was, which was nice and relaxing, actually. And here's a squirrel that I briefly caught with a nut in his mouth. You see that squirrel again in a minute, running around. Right there he is. One of the many animals and insects, like I said, that we saw throughout the day. You'll see more as we go. And the Italian water fountains were running, so that was also nice to see. Here I was trying to zoom in on the water because of the way it was sparkling in the sun, and the blue tiles that they have on the bottom reminded me of a pool. Made me think a little bit about the summer that I didn't really get a chance to enjoy that much. And here you can see that there was a lot of this green mossy stuff that was covering the water, and we thought it was kind of gross that these ducks were just floating in it. You could see it's all stuck on their fur, but they're eating it. So I guess they were having a good time. And And then on the other side of the bridge we were on, you can see the green stuff up close. And there were tadpoles, either tadpoles or some type of little fish. It's pretty bad that I can't tell, but I guess it's tadpoles. And you can see by the meadow that they took away the big binocular type thing that they had there, that you can, the viewfinder, that you can zoom in and you can see the farmhouse from there, but it looks like they took it off, probably because of COVID, so that's something right there. And like I said, it was a really nice day, and a lot of the colors haven't really changed. You can kind of see that there's some orange, but a lot of things are still yellow and green as if it was summertime. And there's the farmhouse that we've been to before in other videos. You can always check those out. And like I said, in some of these pictures, it kind of looks like summertime. And it felt like summertime too out there, because as you can see, the trail that we were on has no shade. So because it felt a little warmer than usual, it almost felt like a mild summer day. One of our many insects that we saw. I've seen butterflies like this in other places before. I don't know what it's called. If you know, you can let me know in the comments, I guess. And right near this butterfly, we saw this praying mantis, which they always kind of creep me out, but this guy was just hanging out, and he eventually crawled into a hole in that grate. But they are kind of creepy to me, so I was glad that he went and hid away from us. We didn't really see many birds, but when you go in the meadow, you do get to see hawks and other big birds flying around, and I was able to zoom in a little and try and get as best as I could of this hawk flying around. So it was very interesting. I mean, I guess it's a hawk. I don't think it's anything else. I mean, it did look pretty large, so I'm assuming it's a hawk. And here we were just resting for a moment, and you can see all the leaves falling and the ones that are accumulating on the ground. A definite sign that fall is on its way. And when we left the meadow, we went near the trains, which is where the food is also. So we were checking these out, and they put a mask on Thomas there that you could see. There's also another train from the Thomas show, I guess, that one there. I don't know his name. He didn't have a mask on though, so shame on him. And then eating was a little different, just like every other place. They limited the menu extremely. Oh, there was a bee that was around his sandwich. You can see it. And because it was windy, the wind was also blowing these little petals from one of the trees right onto me where I was sitting. But the eating situation was a little odd, but it is what it is, because just about any place is doing that anymore. So it was a little less enjoyable than usual, but it was all right. You had to wait to be seated so that you could have a clean table, which is nice. But then you have to order through your phone, and if you don't want to do that, you can order in person and pay for it there, and then they bring it to your table. But you can't really go inside and order and go around that little corral they have and hand pick stuff anymore. It's a little sad. I kind of miss some of that stuff, but like I said, what can you do? At least they're open, so it's either that or, not being open at all. So I guess you just have to take it and go with it. And I know it's a little gross, but I had to film this because I thought it was funny. Those horribly annoying lantern flies. These tiny little fish were just pecking the heck out of it, and I thought it was funny because every time we see one, we kill it. So these fish are doing the job for us. And here, there's these fluffy looking plants that I told Dad reminded me of like Cousin It from the Addams Family. It's kind of funny, or something that you would see in Alice in Wonderland, which is both equally accurate. A lot of people were more outside than inside. I don't know if you could tell that there's actually less people inside, and there's actually more people outside in groups and crowds. So it's kind of the opposite. Usually inside is more crowded, but it made for easier pictures and videos with less people. And these windows being open is definitely something new. You can see there the breeze. Those windows I have never seen open every time I've been there. So that is definitely something new and different. We thought maybe it was for extra circulation with the air, which makes sense. Another funny moment there. Like I said, I'll leave that up to you to interpret whose idea it was. I will not tell you. And in some of the rooms, this is how hot it was to maintain the plants. And then after we left the conservatory, we were heading outside again to the fountains and eventually heading our way out. More squirrels and wildlife doing their thing. You can see how much of a nice day it was. The sky is still blue here, but as we made our way to the tower with the bells and chimes, it did start to get a little overcast, so I'm glad we filmed and were outside when we did before the clouds came. And here my influence has gone to more than just us at home. It has, my dad is now taking selfies and pictures of the owl photobombing, literally. This area is always peaceful when the water is flowing. They of course turn it off along with the other fountains for wintertime, but it looks really nice and big, but this water is probably less than 2 feet deep actually. And here I took some pictures of an assorted leaves, pine needles, other things. The current put them all close together, and it kind of reminded me of like a Van Gogh painting or something. Just the way it looked was very interesting. I really like this waterfall, and I love the contrast of colors there at the bottom. And here we go up the steps of the chime tower. I've gone up this before in one of my other videos. It always puts me in the mind of something from the Myst game for PC back in the early 90s. It just kind of makes me think of something that would be in that kind of game. Between this and being in one of the waterfall areas that I made a previous video on, makes me think of Myst. And that was the end of my video. Overall, our experience was not changed that much. I would recommend going if you have a membership, or if you're interested in going at all, if you're local. Don't let the virus stop you. Just be mindful of distancing from other people, wearing your mask, washing your hands, and overall, just be a decent human being. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.